All right. No Bens in Israel. Oh, Jesus, did I make an ass of myself last week? Somebody sent me a letter last week. And the guy said, "Hi, my name is Ben, and I'm from Israel." And I said, "Dude, there's no fucking Bens in Israel." Like, I thought that was more of an American name. And I've met a bunch of people from Israel, and they always have these crazy fucking names. Most of them begin with a Y, you know? You know, like these badass, like, I know Israeli martial arts, Mossad kind of fucking names, right? I never heard of Ben. Hey, my name's Skippy. That just sounds like a regular fucking name to me. So anyways, and I got corrected brutally in this fucking email here. Bill, you said on your 4/28/14 podcast that no one from Israel is named Ben. Dude, their prime minister is named Benjamin Netanyahu. Their fucking president, basically, is named Benjamin. Well, I probably didn't hear it because they always say his whole name, Benjamin Netanyahu. You know? Like, you ever think how many sports guys have really fucking awful names, but you never notice it until they just say their first name? But if you hear the whole name, I can't think of a name, but there's a couple of people that just have really fucking awful goddamn names. Let me think. I don't know. I'll think of one. I won't think of one. I'll walk around and all of a sudden it'll just pop in my head. Maybe I'll bring it up next week. But yeah. All right. So you got me. Number 2, solid info, Bill. Except Ben is a name of Hebrew origin. It means son of the south or son of the right hand. Hold yourself a press conference. I don't know what that means. All I know is that's an unbelievably arrogant name to name your kid. Son of the right hand, I'm assuming of God. Jesus Christ, way to give the kid a complex the second he comes out of the womb. He's got to live up to that name? Why don't you go Native American? You know? Like he who sits with the hawks. Then all you got to do is hang out with some fucking birds and your dad loves you. Number 3, how about Ben Stiller, you blockhead? What about him? I'm going to Google him right now. Why are you acting like that guy's from... Is he from Israel? Oh, Jesus, am I making another fucking moron? I thought he was from New York. Ben Stiller. Born in Brooklyn. The fuck? I mean, I know I'm German and Irish. My name isn't Wolfgang. You know, I have Bill. I guess that's probably an English name. I don't fucking know. You know something? This is what I don't like about this shit. Is listen, look at the way this dude calls me out. He can't just say, "Hey, you made a fucking honest mistake," right? He goes, "Bill, I know you're going to get a ton of emails about this Ben thing because you're wrong as fuck." Great debating skills. Do you have a counter argument? Yeah, this guy's wrong as fuck. Anyways, he goes, Bill, but I know you're going to admit you're wrong because that's what you do best. You're always ready to admit when you're wrong, and that, my friend, means you're a trustworthy person. Oh, here he is. Look at him now. Now that he fucking called me a moron, here he is. He's bringing me back into this fucking sadistic relationship. I'm sorry, baby. I shouldn't have said those things about you. Come on, let me go buy you a burger. Anyways, he says, a true sign of honesty. No, sir, it isn't. Just because somebody's honest on a podcast doesn't mean they fucking walk around doing trust. I'm a complete piece of shit, but I appreciate it. Anyways, read this email after the others and realize I could be a great publicist if you need one. I'll be the Benicio del Toro to your Johnny Depp, like in Fear and Loathing. I'll be a bit of a mess, you know, some drugs, and I don't know where this guy's going with this shit. All right. Probiotics. Thank you for letting me know, sir. Benjamin Netanyahu. I never noticed his first name was Ben. There's just so many syllables and letters. Like, that's a name, like, you know when somebody drives by in a car and they try to yell some at you and you just hear... That's like what that guy's name is, Benjamin Netanyahu. How the fuck am I supposed to even notice Ben? And if you get to Jamin Netanyahu, it's fucking gone. Like the Ben part, it's like being part of a large family, trying to get your story in at the dinner table. I was kidding who I fucked up, all right? I have to be honest with you, like I forget Obama's first name a lot of the times because I don't pay attention to politics. And it's always like, Obamacare. Oh, you know, that's what you get for voting for Obama. Are you surprised Obama lied? They just keep saying Obama, Obama, Obama. Nobody ever says his first fucking name. I guess they always say Clinton. They said Bush. I don't know. I had to sit there and think, what the fuck is this guy's first name? That's how out of it I am. So if I don't even know my president's first name, Barack, or I got to think about it, how the fuck am I going to know Benjamin Netanyahu? I can't stand looking at that part of the fucking world anyways. That's such a shit show over there. And the way that whole thing was fucking handled, to right a wrong with another wrong, and then the wrong becomes the so-called right become the wrong. It's just the whole fucking thing is absolutely ridiculous. They should just take everybody out of there. Palestinians and Jews, and you just fucking, I don't know, push the whole thing into the ocean. And just, why don't you guys go live in a place where you just look at it like, oh, I like this street, you know, rather than tying all that stupid fucking religious horseshit into that part of the world. Now, this is where Jesus used the porta potty, and he said, I love everybody, but I love you guys best. Or whatever the fuck it is. Everybody's the chosen one, you bunch of fucking babies. That's the dumbest shit ever. Yeah, I'll probably get a bunch of emails on that, but I really feel that. Like, I swear to God, if I was part of either one of those groups, I would just be like, you know what? I'm going to move to Rhode Island. I'm going to get the fuck out of here. Fuck this. You want it? It's yours. Go ahead. Gives a fuck. Sit there dealing with this Hatfield and McCoy shit for the rest of my goddamn life. I want to go ride a boogie board. I want to take a cooking class. I don't want to fucking deal with this shit. You know, I don't know. It's like I got burned out on that Yankees Red Sox shit after a while. After a while, you just like, yeah, and I did reduce it to that. It's fucking childish. There you go. The guy who didn't know that Benjamin was an Israeli's name is telling that entire part of the world to grow up after the fan base of the team he loves dropped the N-word this week. How's that? You like that? How's that for you? Is that a nice big bowl of hypocrisy for you? Well, get used to it. Oh, by the way, last night I came home and I was an absolute fucking saint. My wife was sitting down and she was watching that guy there, who basically, he has all the Real Housewives get on the show, and then he just stokes the flames to get them arguing. And it was the Nene Leakes group of people. And I sat there and didn't say a fucking word. And it might have been some of the meanest, most horrific shit I've ever heard people say to each other. And they all just looked tired. They just looked spent. They had these ugly fucking looks on their faces. And they were just saying all of this hurtful shit to each other. And I didn't say a fucking word. I usually go, how can you watch this shit? You know, I thought you were a feminist. How can you watch this shit? This is like depicting women like they can't even get along for 5 seconds. And I didn't say shit last night. And actually, Nia came in afterwards and was like, I had to shut that off. I actually had a physical reaction to trying to watch it. This is some of the meanest shit I've ever heard anybody say to each other. And I think I'm done with that show. So there's one for the guys out there. Just stop complaining. Just sit there in silence. If you just sit there in silence and let those women's voices, you know, I shouldn't even say those women, just say those people, because I'm not trying to make it a female thing. One of them said to the other one, I mean, dude, it was like, on a roast, it would have got groans. This woman's trying to get pregnant using a sperm donor. And this woman was saying, like, you have to do that because you don't have a man. So now some guy who wants $10 to go buy a pizza is now going to go jerk off into a cup, and you don't know if you're going to have a serial killer or a child molester for a baby because you don't have a man. And then she said something sassy after that, like, you know, I don't know. I'm not up on sass. You know, put that in your checkbook and fucking cash it or whatever the fuck. I don't know what the fuck she said. But it was just like, and you just saw the fucking hurt on the other woman's face. Like she almost, And then another woman who also doesn't like that woman, like, laughed. It was fucking brutal. I mean, the fucking comedians that I've hung out with, from Patrice O'Neal, rest his soul, to Keith Robinson, those two alone, and Rich Voss, like, some of this shit that they said, like, this, like, paled in comparison. Jesus fucking Christ. It was brutal, but I didn't say a fucking word. I don't know. I was in the zone. I didn't say anything. I just sat there, and I was looking at a drum magazine, and I was occasionally look up, and I didn't say a fucking word. And then finally, everything that I wanted her to think about the show finally happened. I think because I finally shut the fuck up, and she could actually listen to it. Or maybe they truly just went way too far. She said she was done with that show. So now I have this hope that if I just shut the fuck up during all of these reality shows where it's a bunch of fucking people, men and women, just yelling at each other, that she'll finally stop watching them and then start watching sports. I know that's not going to happen, but I can fucking dream, right? I can have a dream. All right, thanks for no music. That's funny. Thanks for no music. And there was some music right there. Thanks for no music. Billy Boy, I'm so fucking glad that your podcast doesn't start with music. Now that I said that, the next one probably will. I don't enjoy it when podcasts try to go pro and slick it all up to look real or legit. Fuck that. Just shut up and talk, I say. All right, well, I'm not doing that because I'm trying to be a purist. It's just I got into this business because I didn't want to have a job. So I don't edit these. I just sit down, I talk. For the most part, I don't have guests. Although I did a special one last week. I did an extra one with director Stephen Brill of the movie Walk of Shame that I have. Oh, Jesus. Now that you have passed the first test, it is now time to start your log training. Sorry. That just sounds like the music in every fucking awesome karate movie that you watch. And it makes you want to get in shape and start punching wood. Then you realize it hurts, so you quit. All right. Oh, yeah, so I had Stephen Brill come in, and he was talking about the movie I got to do last year with Ethan Suplee and Elizabeth Banks. And it came out, and people said a bunch of nice stuff. I guess they liked the work that I did in it. They said I was funny, thank God, and I appreciate that. So if you get a chance, you got some money to spend, check out Walk of Shame. And if you don't want to go to the movies because you have your own entertainment system, you can actually download it off of iTunes immediately. It's the new way they're going to do movies, which I think is brilliant. Makes me want to upgrade my system at home. It's fucking perfect. Download. It's like $6 or something like that. Cost you less money. You don't have to go anywhere. Pop it in. Support the podcast, my career, and the friends I worked with. Come on. Do me a solid. It's Cinco de Mayo, everybody. Watch Walk of Shame. All right, here's the next one. Balding at 19. Dear Bill Emoji. I don't know what that means. Did I say it right? You guys just tripped me up right and left this week. First, I'd like to apologize for my English. Dude, your fucking English is amazing already. I can't say first, I'd like to apologize for my French. And I've been working on this shit for over a month. In Spanish, I can't even, I suck at it. Yo tengo pero. Pero. Did I say it right? Fucking, I stink. First, I'd like to apologize for my English since it's not my native language. I hope this won't give you difficulties reading out loud because that would really make the podcast lose its momentum. Are you being sarcastic? This happens every week. Anyway, I am a 19-year-old male and I'm balding. For a long time, I hadn't noticed because I had longer hair. When I recently got my hair cut, I discovered my hair had started thinning a long time ago. How the fuck do I deal with this? Girls will often call me attractive, but I know I am not attractive in a very masculine way, so buzzing it would hardly make me feel like a badass. I probably have a dick-shaped skull hiding under my thinning mane. Anyways, so that would make me look extra ridiculous. Besides that, I feel like I'm at an age where my hair is still a big part of my identity, and losing it feels like losing a way to express myself in some way. Losing hair at a young age like this feels like a one-way ticket to mediocrity, always being one step behind the rest for the rest of my life. What's your advice on this, since you don't exactly have your Axl Rose mane anymore either? Thanks for the podcast. I loved your show in Amsterdam. Oh, well, thanks for coming out. I loved going to Amsterdam. It was a privilege to come to your country and do my little fucking dance. All right. Your fucking feelings are natural, especially at 19. When I first figured out I was losing my hair in my early 30s, I freaked the fuck out. I couldn't believe it. Like, how could this happen to me? I was like Nancy Kerrigan. I just sat down and going, why, why? And then, as I always do, I just fucking go, all right. This is the situation. I can either sit here and act like a fucking bitch, or I can try to find the positive. And I was just like, I always, this is what I always try to do. I just look for people who are in my situation or worse that succeeded, and that's who I think about. I immediately just looked at fucking guys like Ed Harris, Woody Harrelson. I'm like, they're still leads in movies and still crushing it and getting nominated for. So, you know, if I want to let it stop me, it will. Who gives a fuck? Well, you got a whole bunch of options now. You know, you can either try and fight it, or you can just say fuck it, like I did. You know, I just find giving into it is way fucking easier. It's just easier to say, all right, well, I guess I'm going to be that guy. I'll be the friend in the movie. I won't be the lead. So who gives a fuck? You know, you're still in the movie. I know you don't do that for a fucking living. Okay, first of all, I would say, about as far as like buzzing your head, like you have no idea what your head looks like until you do it. And you might as well fucking do it. It's great having a shaved head. I would fucking just see what it looks like, and maybe it looks cool. And then here's the deal: if you bald young, this is how you catch up. Is if you stay in shape, because most people, it's an absolute shit show by the time they're 35. I mean, balding at 19, yeah, that's gonna fucking suck. But this is the thing: like, women really respect confidence, and if you carry yourself and you just make jokes about your fucking hairline, you have a sense of humor about it, like, there's something about it that, I don't know, women really respond to that. I mean, other guys will still break your balls or whatever, but, like, they just fucking respond to it because it's a great character trait, that you have a sense of humor about it, you're dealing with, you know, some form of adversity, you're not being a pussy and letting it drag you down. Like, oh my God. It's making me start to think that it's actually serious. I never get phone calls. Bum, 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 bum. If I ever host a late night fucking I Can Read Your Mind show, this is going to be the music. I'll look all mysterious and I'll have like eyeliner. Yeah, your whole thing, like, I feel like it's a one-way ticket to mediocrity. The one-way ticket to mediocrity is believing that you're on the road to a one-way ticket to mediocrity. You know, fortunately, women are way more forgiving of physical flaws than guys are. So, dude, you're 19 years old. Just stay in shape and go out there and crush it. Talk shit. Fucking hit on women that are allegedly way out of your league. Just swing for the fucking fences and do the same thing with, as far as whatever dream you have, as far as your dream job. Just absolutely swing out of your fucking shoes every time you get an at-bat. And, you know, honestly, dude, if your fucking hairline's going to stop you, I mean, Jesus Christ. Okay, you're better than that.